You're not growing any younger, Gremist. You must pass your knowledge on.
I'm no trout that must get to its spawning ground. I shall do what I please. Now leave me be.
Yes? What do you seek?
Kind old geezer I just saw you talking to. Who was he?
One of our circle. Gremist. An exceptional alchemist. But a stubborn mean ass.
Well, been around sorceress is my share. Long enough to know that with great enlightenment comes even greater arrogance.
But sorceresses welcome apprentices, am I right? Not Gremist. So many formulae in that head. So many methods of ingesting and absorbing lethal toxins. But he'd rather take them to the grave than share.
Maybe he'll make an exception. Share them with me.
As likely as mistletoe sprouting from right here.
Fruit ground ivy, leaves a bit knee, mashed with hyssop pollen. Oh, no, not hyssop. Gridless, yes, gridless. Or henbane, 2 pinches.
Want to talk to you.
But I do not wish to speak. Leave. You distress me.
You seem a nice enough guy.
Well, I'm not. I plan never to be. I became a druid to avoid others. To not have to deal with them. Not to smile when I don't wish to. To feign compassion when someone's travails matter less to me than a pair of birch cones. So I shall be straight. Get out of my sight. Before something, I know not what, deprives you of yours.
I want you to share your knowledge. Teach me alchemy.
You? My apprentice? That's rich. While you're at it, why did you ask Uderic if he'll share Spickerog with you?
I'm serious.
That's so. Don't make me laugh. I've devoted my life to alchemy. Son, literally. Spent countless days and nights with nothing but alembics, choking on fumes, scorching my skin with acids. If you think I'll simply portray to you what I learned through years of sacrifice and toil, then you're mistaken. Deeply.
I'd be a good student.
Doubtful. You can't even grasp the simple notion that I want you to leave. Though I am preparing to perform a rather tricky ritual. So I could use some help. Even yours. I require 3 favors. Do them for me, and I shall accept you as my apprentice.
Well, there's a way after all.
Get off your high horse and listen. First, you must bring me a pimpernel from the Muskogan forest. Second, I need a bottle of spirit from the old distillery on Hale Hill. Finally, convince Fritjof to help me perform the rite. He's a druid like I am. You'll find him near Blandara. I believe he's there on a matter of some import. So, what will it be?
This Fritjof, who is he?
A Vedamaker, huh? You don't know the word, do you? And I pledge to make you my apprentice. A Vedamaker is a druid who can manipulate the weather. Stop a storm, cause hail, make lightning turn your enemy to ash. I advise to address him with the utmost respect, if you value your life.
Spirit. Why do you need that?
As you must know, potential apprentice, alcohol is the base for all potions. Superior alcohol means a higher quality potion. This spirit has no equal. Its strength, its flavor. Unfortunately, the distillery atop Hale Hill has fallen into disrepair. We've lacked a source ever since. But you'll manage somehow, won't you? You're so confident.
A pimpernel. Far as I know, it's got no use in alchemy apart from...
Would you teach your grandmother to suck eggs? It's not any pimpernel, but the one that grows in the Muscodan forest. And if the rumors are true, a creature jealously guards all the herbs growing there.
Forest creature jealously guarding some secrets? Sounds familiar. All right, I'll do it. But this ritual you want to perform, what's that about?
If you wish to be my apprentice, you must stop asking questions. I decide what to tell you and when to do it. Now go, chop chop, before I change my mind.
Witcher! Oi! Step over here!
Heard you calling.
Aye, 'cause I was. I thank Mother Nature she didn't skimp on my voice, as she did with some others I know.
See, one of us, a gill, went mute all of a sudden. No spell or potion helps him. But it is said strong emotions and experiences can restore speech. So I thought perhaps you might... I'll pay you, of course. Give you an excellent Gwent card.
Suppose I could try, but I wouldn't even know where to start. You want me to scare him?
Aye, good, good. That should do it. Scare, irritate, whatever you wish, provided you do him no harm. You can usually find a gill near the hallowed oak. Poor man, he's probably praying in his heart for a cure. Ah!
Piss off already, you... Oh, nay. My vow of silence. Oh, pardon, no. 3 years. 3 years! Not a word, not a peep! Until today, you made me break my vow. Happy?
I meant well, really.
Well, it certainly didn't turn out well. Out of my sight, swine!
Witcher?
Heard him screaming clear over here. Grand work, Witcher. Your reward, as promised.
How about that? Beard down to his waist and a toddler's sense of humor. Good luck to you.
Windblade.
Perchance a Teotiran extract would help her? Hem the lonely nose. You look unwell.
Can we talk? Yen and I went to Hindersfjall.
Oh, did you learn anything?
Ciri came through Lofoten. She was wounded when she arrived. Villagers nursed her back to health. Sadly, the Wild Hunt was on her trail. Followed her there. Ciri managed to escape, but the villagers...
I know. You needn't finish. I later spoke to those who survived. Suffice to say, Ciri was fortunate to escape. I trust you'll find her soon.
You were made a Hierophant. Congratulations.
I thank you. The Skellige Circle chose me years ago, about the time when the old disputes between the clans were reigniting.
Job's been mainly politics then.
Aye, but I've not minded. Since time immemorial, the Druids have wandered betwixt the clans, keeping endless feuds in check. We care for equilibrium, the balance of all things, not just trout populations and streams. We're lucky the Jarls always valued us as advisors.
The war. Curious to know your opinion.
Well, I believe Emmir's chosen a poor time to wage it.
Hard to find any better as I see it, with the North now in disarray.
The North is weak, true. But I've the impression the Emperor's dealing with some domestic strife. Far too much to start a war. Radovid is a madman, but a cunning one. He's certain to take advantage.
Wouldn't happen to play Gwent, would you?
Certainly. I got my first deck, years ago, back in Sintra. Proceeded to teach the game to half of Skellige. Why do you ask? Looking to play?
Yeah, glad to play around.
Lovely. My congratulations. You've a good deck, but it could use a bit of supplementation. Here, take this card.
Thanks.
You've a knack for it. So much so you ought to challenge Krach. I gave him his deck, introduced him to the game. But the pupil has surpassed his master. There's also Gremist, a vile character, but undeniably talented.
Move it! Pollen on the leaves still. Someone picked the bloom recently.
Another seeker of Pimpernel.
Another?
Gremist has sent countless young druids into the forest. They emerge drained, with a blank stare, and with no flower. And they never speak of what happened. I've asked Gremist to stop the folly. He looked at me and laughed. But the fun's over. One of our novices, Ramond, has failed to return. I've come to find him, alive or dead.
What do you know about this forest?
Not much. Funny, isn't it? A druid should know every tree, every bush. But even we know not to venture to some parts of the Isle. We can subdue animals, but not monsters. And the word is, one has made its lair here.
A Leshen? An Axabron?
Sadly, I don't know. As I said, those who have entered do not speak of who or what they saw.
Listen, you're looking for a druid, I'm looking for a flower. Let's go in together.
Why not? I could use the help of a tracker. Lead the way.
Flower. No petals. Hoofprints, but a biped's. Footprints. Some fresh, others faded, all leading in the same direction.
Oh, no, no. Oh, stop, please. Ha ha. Oh, this is great. No, no, stop. Please. Stop it, that tickles. Two can play this game, you horny goat woman.
Unhand him, hellish creature. Raymond, step away from her.
Ah, calm down. I've not been harmed. I came here.
You don't know what you're saying. She's cast a spell on you.
Nonsense. I need no spell. These boys come here themselves. In fact, I must use magic to drive them away, make them go home. Only Rammond was nice, so I let him stay.
I see through your lies. Your wretched charm won't work on me. I shall kill you here and now, monster.
Met a lot of succubi on the path. None set out to hurt anyone, but they all killed eventually. Lost themselves when feeding, drained their lovers dry of life force.
Not her, she's different.
Out of my way, and don't interfere.
What? What have you done?
We saved you, Raymond.
The hell you did! She'd never hurt me! Never!
Really believe that? Succubi feed on human energy. Lose that, and it means death eventually.
Life leads to death eventually. You're murderers! Go to hell!
Incredible. We risked our lives to find him. Now we're the monsters.
Happens a lot more often than you think. Now if you'll excuse me, I gotta find that damn flower. Any idea where there might be Pimpernel?
You saw the forest. Not a daisy or a kingcup in sight. I'd say it's her doing. She took them, gathered them. Somewhere nearby. Farewell, Witcher. Thank you for your help. And good luck.
Musk and flower pollen. Strong scent. Ought to lead me to her lair. So that's why she's been picking all those flowers. Not good. Downright flammable. Cyclops won't bother me anymore. Can look around peacefully now. Distilling recipes. Parchment's a little faded, but legible. Got lucky. Bit of mash left. Here's where the mash goes. Probably. Done. Now to boil the mash. Ought to be enough. Time to cool it down. Well, well. Turns out I'm quite the distiller.
Tell me, lads,
I
where you
reckon I
sailing
should.
this
I'd
time?
mile away.
Carrack. They've out one there to sell for us. Said they've not got a full garrison.
Oh, aye. What's the sense?
So what
One side of the week, you must all enter your homes. Shut the windows. Lock the doors.
I don't like this.
Shouldn't be risking your life for us.
Worms.
Worms?
We'll do as you say.
Worms on your brain. Them's the only worms here. Don't let me make the goat chew some grass.
You Fritjof?
That's right. And what do they call you, Witcher?
Me? Drifter, stranger, mutant. Sometimes even by my name. Geralt of Rivia.
A man with a sense of humor. I like that. Well, what can I do for you, Geralt of Rivia?
Gremist wanted me to summon you. Need you to help him perform a ritual.
A ritual? Will this one stop him from being a mean old goat? I would go see him, for old time's sake, but I've more important matters on my mind. Look about you. The ground. See how dry it is. It's not rained for weeks. The grass in pastures has withered. Sheep are starving. I must bring rain, but fear that... Wait just a moment. Perhaps you could help me.
How? I'm a man of many talents, but manipulating the weather's not one of them.
I have in mind a different skill, involving your sword. You see, Mother Nature dislikes it when you take something from her by force. She will defend herself, so fiercely, in fact, that I could use a defender myself. What do you say?
Sure, I'll help. Provided you go see Gremist afterwards.
Agreed. Now follow me. Time for a little storm.
Animal sacrifice?
Should we burn folk at the stake as they do on the continent? Better a sacrifice of goats and sheep, I think.
Skuka, Svarm, Fatna, Hala!
It's starting.
Not bad.
Blotter Himmel, Blotter Moiler, Flacker och Blixtar!
Damn, lots of them.
Jabarjar, Hakundar. Blotter Himmel, Blotter Moiler.
A storm, damn it.
I've not managed a storm that fine for ages. Did you see the drops? The size of eggs.
A little busy tending to the foglets. They weren't small either.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, they always emerge. But perhaps that's for the best.
For the best. Why?
If manipulating the weather carried no risks, it'd not give me peace. Make it rain, make the sun shine. Some would want storms, others a sea calm as a pond frozen over. This way folk petition me only when their need is great, not because they've had a whim.
I get it. There are times I wish I didn't have to chase this necker or that drowner. Will you go see Gremist now?
With pleasure. After a storm of those proportions, I should gladly have it to help him with his ritual. Till then.
Did everything you asked?
Phenomenal, my boy. So, Fritjof, shall we begin?
The sooner the better. We've a long night ahead of us.
The ritual is only for members of the inner circle. Thus, my dear apprentice, you must wait outside. Under no circumstances must you enter. We shall begin your tutelage come morn.
Will you finally tell me what the ritual's about?
Nay. No one likes a matter. Suffice to say, it's a burning matter now. Shout!
I must have another That's good stuff.
Aye, as the base from Moss Gordon and Spirit from Hale Hell. Good times, Fritjof. Good times. Finally, something other than damn potions and transmutations.
Guess the ritual's not over yet.
Gerd, I thought I told you to stay outside. Only druids are the inner circle.
Circle Smirkle, let the boy have some fun. He's earned it.
Fine. Pour yourselves home. Gerd, let the lessons begin.
Don't you think you ought to sober up first?
Once I'm sober, we'll get nowhere on account of my hangover. No shit. Right. Let's start with ingesting toxins. Best approach, practice makes perfect.
I've practiced a lot already. Good thing.
I'll make learning my secret method easier. Look, you take the potion like this, and gulp.
Who said old age is a burden?
What do you want now? I taught you all I know.
Got anything to sell?
I do, but it's expensive.